up, guys? So today we're gonna do some sort of look with colors that my daughter picked out. I asked her for a color scheme and it was a little extra for me, so we're gonna do blue and gray. Those were two of the three colors that she chose. So we're gonna do blues and grays, and I'm super stoked about it. And yeah, so let's jump in. Also, my last video, I was like, I can't find my other eyelash. So I went to go take a shower. I'm not proud. I got ready for my shower, and when I got undressed, I noticed that there was an eyelash stuck to my chesticle. So that's where my eyelash was. But now we have both of them. So thank God for that. So I have both my eyelashes now. Everything's fine. We can do a full look today. Right now I have my primer on. I'm using the Studio Perfect, whatever this is, Photo Loving Primer from NYX. I got a green base because I have my little pink undertones and I'm not a super huge fan of them. So this sits for 5 minutes, and then we're going to go into the eyebrows and the eyes. Okay, as you guys know, I've been using that LA Girl brow pomade. It is dark brown. I've been using this in like this 2/3 of my brow, and then the front I do with my pencil because it's just a little bit easier for me. I don't like the front being, or the middle being super dark. I like having that being a little bit lighter. We're gonna kind of brush them out first. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, this is the part where y'all's like, oh, girl, them brows. Okay, but we're going to use the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer. We're going to clean those up. It is about this point in the process that I like to take a little bit of concealer on each eye, boom, boom, and just use my ring finger to work that in as a base for everything that's about to go on the eye. Whoop. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? If you're new, we do this because, well, number one, my eyelids are translucent, which I'm super, super not proud of. You need something for your pigment to stick to. If you put colors straight on your skin, it will rub off a lot faster throughout the day. Just a heads up. So I am super not bougie. You can be bougie. You can use $100 makeup. You can use $10. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you get a specific eye primer, which is, I think I have one somewhere. But I've moved like 20 times in the last year. Ha! Fun! So I don't know where that is. But you can use like whatever works best for you. Right now, this is what works best for me because this is what I have. So let's jump into color. Okay, so we're going to use a combination of palettes today. I am going to be using, again, the BH Cosmetic Weekend Festival palette because I love it. And we're going to use a couple of tones in there. And then I have this Pure Cosmetics Midnight Masquerade face palette. And we're going to use this 12 a.m. color in here. Who's excited? I'm going to start with a fluffier brush, and I'm going to go into this color Trixie. It is a bit of a shimmer, but I don't really care about that because a lot of what I'm using is shimmers. If not everything I'm using is a shimmer. I'm just going to put that right here around my brow bone, right? So we're just going to circles. The real purpose of this is to give the color a little something to stick to. You're giving yourself a foundation. Whoop. This isn't even really a transition color. This is just something that's close to my skin color. That's going to make it a little bit easier for me to move pigment later, if that makes any sense. Boom. Next, we are going to come in with Palooza. We're going to go in with this lighter blue. We used this last week or something. I don't know. We're going to go in with Palooza. Remember, this is I barely touched in that. Do you see that? I barely touched in that. And we're going to go pretty much in the same spot. Remember, we're using a fluffy brush. We don't want this super packed right now. We just want to make sure that I have a nice foundation to put a darker blue on. So we just want to really blend that in, give it a nice shape. I try to give my shape as I go, but if I can't really get exactly what I want, I clean it up later with either concealer or a facial wipe. Yeah, so we just want to really blend in so we can get a good underlying blue. Next, we're going to go in with a brush that's still kind of fluffy, but a little more compact. And we're going to go into this color down here called Trance. And that is a darker, more royal blue. This is a little more compact of a brush. And we are going to go underneath, like in that crease. And we're going to create some depth here. With darker colors, I will say that I like to build them instead of just kind of throw them in there. So if you're noticing like, oh, this isn't as strong as I would like it to be, don't just try and pack a bunch of color in. Try your hardest to build it up as you go, because you definitely can always add more, but you can't always take it off. Black is a big color to build as you go because it will get wild really fast. Okay, now we have our dark blue in there, and now we want to go in with something a little bit darker, which is going to be our pretty much black color, and that is going to be this 12 a.m. color right here. And we are going to pack that in, and then again building because it's dark, and then we're going to blend it out. Notice I'm keeping that like right in the crease here before we blend it out. Now you can see the different levels of dimension that we've added. So what we're going to do first, we're going to take a little bit of that dark blue and we're just going to buff out the black here and really blend it. And then after that, we're going to dip into that light blue just slightly, and we're going to go right above this dark the black and the dark blue, and we are just going to make sure that all of the light blue is blended nicely. Make sure we have a nice gradient going on before we cut our crease. Okay, so I'm going to use the same brush that I used earlier for my eyebrows, and I am going to create my cut crease where I would like it. There are different tricks to do it, but I think that the way I want mine is a little lower than where my like if I were to open my eye really big, where my eyelid would touch the up here on my brow bone. I can't talk today. It's fine. So just carve out the shape that you want, and no two looks have to be the same. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. I was going to use this color called Carnival up here, and I don't think I want to use that one. I think I want to use this like whitish color called Spirit. So you can do this one of two ways. You can use a brush and you can pack it in, or you can use your finger. I haven't really decided yet. Okay, I'm going to use a super compact brush because I've decided that that is the way I want to go here. Usually with shimmers, it's good to like wet your brush too. Just to make sure that everything packs on really nicely. I'm getting like super Elsa vibes right now. yeah, you're just going to dip in, and then you're just going to pack it right on to where you just created that crease. If you can't see that, I will get closer in just a second. Boom. Okay, so this is where we are. I'm not mad about it. So the next part is going to be eyeliner. And you guys know how I feel about eyeliner. Triangle, fill it in, line. That easy. All right, let's go. Okay, and again, I show this every time, but in case this is your first time, this is the eyeliner that I use. This is the type of applicator I like. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner. I like this type of applicator because in my opinion, it's a little more precise. I feel like the ones with the little sponges on the end, sometimes, like if you push just slightly too hard, you unload a shitload of product on your face, and then it just looks like, it looks like you have a black eye, and we just don't want a black eye, in my opinion. I'm kind of following the line I already made, and then at the tip of that line, we got some extra wings today, girl. So you make your triangle and you fill it in. That easy. Right now it looks crazy. It will come together. You just take this right along your lash line. Some of y'all may have also noticed I have yet to use a pencil in my waterline. That is not because I don't believe in using pencils in my waterline. It's just because I don't have one right now. Times is hard, okay? And I just like don't have a ton of money to spend on makeup, but we make do with what we have. And that should be proof that anybody can create any look with whatever you've got. Trust me, I have improvised and used weird stuff in weird places on my face to make a look work. Boom. Wing. So my left eye decided to be a little wonky. We're still working on her here. She's being a little stressful. But this is just a really solid reminder that your eyeliner, just like your eyebrows, are sisters, not twins. They're cousins sometimes if they really have had a falling out. And sometimes that's just the reality. Okay, so in this scenario, one of my eyes is a lot more pointed and the other one is more like whoop. And all you gotta do is either clean that up with concealer or a facial wipe. Okay, in my scenario, I had to use both, which is fine, whatever. But now we're gonna move into the face, yay! And then we'll do eyelashes at the end so that it all pulls together. Okay, we're gonna use L'Oreal Infallible, same shit I always use. And then my Hank and Henry sponge, because I love Henry. I love Henry. Henry is like the best. I really wanted to use his blue lipstick today, but I think that we're just going to go with a nude. I think that's the best thing to do with this one. But we will use his blue metallic at some point because it's dope. It's honestly one of my favorite lipsticks. Just a reminder, when you're beating your face, make sure you get all up on your ears and down your neck, because nothing looks more ratchet than having one color on your face and another down your neck, and then your ears are all red. Trust me, I've been there. I was a kid using foundation for the first time in like, the early 2000s, late 90s. It depends when I first got it. My mom was a hairdresser. She had makeup everywhere. So if you remember orange faces and really thin eyebrows and really fucked up eyeliner, we can be friends. Okay, next I'm going to contour. Also something I've never really addressed. I always put foundation over my lips. I don't know why. I think it's just the emo girl in me. I don't think you're supposed to necessarily do that. But as I've always said, there is no one way to do makeup. But there's another throwback for you. Who remembers being super emo and you just put like the whitest foundation you could find all over your entire face, and then you put on the heaviest black eyeliner and eyeshadow you could find. And then you got that weird choppy haircut and you just teased it up and you threw like all your bangs like that. There was no better way to live. My friend Jordan has been doing so many throwbacks on her TikTok that clearly I am getting nostalgic. Okay, for contour, I'm using the same thing I always use, which is ColourPop Talk to the Palm. Find something a couple shades darker than your face, but don't go too dark because it will look offensive. I'm also using an angled brush because that's just what I like, and I'm just gonna dip in a couple times. We're gonna find that line that goes all the way up to our ear, and if we suck in like a fishy, is accentuated. Okay, and you're just gonna start there, and I just like to buff it out from the get-go. I don't like to sit there and try and make it fancy and like pack anything in or make a line and then buff, because what I have found is when I've made a line in the past and then buffed it out, it's just a line and it's not cute. That's my personal opinion. You might be able to buff it out better than me, but personally, I suck at it. That's also why I use powders, because powders are easier to buff out. Ooh, get that jawline, girl. Powders are easier to buff out than like a stick, like a contour stick. Mind you, I don't have anything against contour sticks. I'm just not good with them. One day you will see a video where I use one and I go, oh, remember when I was bad at that? But right now, today's not that day. As you guys know, I also like to get up here on my forehead a little bit. For some reason, at one point in my life, I thought my forehead was big, and then I realized my forehead isn't big. Like, I got a pretty normal sized forehead. I don't know. Women have everybody has weird insecurities that are not real, but we're like, oh my God. Like, I was like, my head is the size of a football field, and then it's not. Or like, I always thought I had a really like big head, but I don't. Why do we do this to ourselves, man? Like, can we just like who we are all the time? Anyways, once you contour, you get those mom chins out. What up? You get that chisel here. We kind of fill into forehead. We good to go. If you want to use some contour to slim your nose, you can if you feel like you don't like your nose. I don't really remember how to accentuate your nose just because I've never had to. I have slimmed my nose before and I just don't like how that looks. So I will look into some tips and tricks for you. I haven't even looked at that information since cosmetology school. Okay, from here, we are looking pretty fleeky. We're looking pretty fleeky. I don't even think fleek is a word anymore, but I'm old, so leave me alone. We're gonna go into our highlighting palette. I know I've been using this one a lot lately. I will change it up soon, but we are gonna use the Chroma Glow today because I do like it so much. As you guys know, I really like this color Peaceful, so we're gonna use that today. I promise, like I said, we will change it up. I'm gonna take a more concentrated brush, one that we used earlier for the black, actually. Oh, we're getting real risky over here. And we're just gonna put some of that in our inner corner on both sides. You like to, you know, just throw something in here, make it pop. If you wanna make your eyes appear more wide and open, you can also, on top of your little highlight, you can put white eyeliner in your waterline. If you wanted to make this more of a smoky look, you could put black eyeliner in your waterline, and then you could kind of mimic what we did on top on the bottom. You would do maybe a light blue into the dark blue and then add some black into the corner, or you could use the black all the way underneath. It's totally up to you. Makeup is creative. Do you, boo-boo. Okay, next we're gonna use that same color. We're gonna go right on our cheekbone, because we need everyone to see us. We need the aliens to see us. We need everyone to notice us when we walk in a room, okay? Because we are just that extra. As y'all know, like I said, I do like my nose, so I like to highlight my nose. I want you to find one facial feature that you love today, and I want you to highlight the mess out of it. I want you to walk in a room and I want everyone to notice. I don't care if it's your eyeballs, if it's your nose, if it's your top lip, if it's your eyebrow, your one eyebrow, you just like it. Like, accentuate that shit today and love yourself. Okay, thank you. Okay. And for lipstick, we're going to use Pookie by Hank and Henry. I love his packaging. It's super pretty. What I also love is it looks like this, and then you open it, it's a beautiful liquid lip. And what's great is even after you take your excess color off, you don't have to dip again. I've never had a lipstick that I haven't had to dip into at least 3 times to cover my entire mouth. It's just great. Henry did a wonderful job with this. I typically stay right along the lines of my lips because I'm not really big about making my lips look smaller or much bigger, but we do make them pouty, and I will show you how in just a moment. So we have our lips on. I'm just letting them dry a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of dimension. We're going to lighten them up a little bit. And that's also going to create a pouty effect. Now you can do this with highlighter. You can do it with concealer. You can do it with a lighter colored lipstick. There are lots of options. There's no one way to do makeup and to make yourself look and feel beautiful. I'm going to use concealer because it's the best thing that I have in front of me right now. Okay. And so I put a little bit on the back of my hand. With my ring finger, I tap into it, tap off a lot of the excess. Boom. And it just gives you a little more of a pouty effect. It gives it a little cuteness going on. But I love this. I love making it look a little bit lighter. I love having a little bit of like, girl, without really having to overline my lips or do anything super, super dramatic that makes my face not look like my face. And last, because we actually have both eyelashes this week. I don't even want to revisit that story again. We're going to put our lashes on. So I like to use this duo glue. This is the type of applicator it has. Kind of like my eyeliner. I just like these applicators better. I'm not a huge fan of the glue that you squirt out and then put on. I like having a little brush applicator. And then I'm using just regular old Idolure eyelashes. I really like these. They're really inexpensive. You can get them at Target. I typically wear them a couple of times before I buy new ones. So, I mean, I think that for like Target eyelashes, I mean, you can get them at Target, Walgreens, Walmart, whatever, but they hold up pretty well. Let's do this. Place it. Make sure your ends are down. That's usually my issue, is like the little tails at the end. They're obviously the first to rise up. And then just give it a moment to dry. Now that our lashes are dry, we're going to just go in with some mascara. We're going to marry our natural lashes into our fake lashes, and we're going to give our bottom lashes a little oomph, okay? So whatever mascara you have at home, let's use it. Okay, so we are going to marry these in because you definitely don't want people seeing separation between your lashes and your fake lashes. Kind of pushing your lashes in. And after you have both of your top lashes done, you can go into the bottom and just add a little like, oh, boom, boom. Okay, and be just gentle, be patient. Don't try and rush this because you don't want to get mascara all over your face. But it does give a nice little pop to the eye for sure. Then you can finish this with the setting spray of your choice. I do like the Urban Decay setting sprays. I also have used NYX setting sprays. I've used pretty much everything. And then you have to decide if you want a matte or more of a dewy looking finish. And you'll be able to tell by the packaging which one is which. But here we are. This is our look for today. We're glowing. We are all types of blue and silvers, and I'm just super here for it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you enjoyed the fact that we actually had 2 eyelashes today, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on your notifications, and I will see y'all next week. Well, in a couple days, and it's gonna be great. Okay, all right, I love you. Okay, bye.